I'm still retired, officially retired, but I didn't retire from entertaining people, and I didn't retire from making money. So this coming up soon in a couple days, it's all about entertaining the people.
Between Tank and Floyd is that Tank got the type of power. When you got power that carry up like Pacquiao, you can move up many weight divisions, not just, the two that he primarily fought in. We saw him dribbling Mario Barrios off the canvas, so we saw him do it at 140.
Rumors are circulating in the boxing world about a possible rematch between Gervonta Tank Davis and Lamont Roach Jr. Their first encounter sparked intense debate among fans, with many questioning whether Roach could withstand Tank's devastating power. Now, insiders are analyzing every angle of a potential rematch. Can Roach make the necessary adjustments to pull off an upset, or will Davis once again prove why he's one of the most feared punchers in the sport?
Tank, how's your relationship with Floyd now? Is he still a part of your camp and crew or something, or not?
Floyd outdoing him. He always been like that. You know what I mean? So I gotta focus on what I'm focusing on. He already did what he had to do, bro.
For sure.
I ain't gonna lie. Me, if I did what I like what he did in the sport, I ain't gonna lie, I'd be the same way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I don't fault him for stand to himself and things like that. You know what I mean? But it's also a part of me type thing, like come back and help too. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
It's much love to the whole Mayweather promotion. You know what I mean? Ain't no bad blood type shit.
Following their controversial majority draw on March 1st, speculation is growing about a rematch between Gervonta Tank Davis and Lamont Roach Jr. Their first fight left fans buzzing, especially after a controversial ninth-round incident where Davis took a knee. The move was not scored as a knockdown, leading to widespread debate over the bout's final outcome.
The fight you've got coming up, Floyd, who do you think has taken the biggest risk taking that fight? Has it been you, Floyd Mayweather, or has it been Logan Paul, and why?
Well, it's always me, because at the end of the day, I'm always in a no-win situation. If I go out, I talked about this numerous times. If I knock him out in the first round, they're going to say it was a waste of our money. If I carry him, let him go a few rounds, then they're going to say, oh, Floyd Mayweather couldn't knock this guy out. But people got to realize I'm still retired, officially retired. But I didn't retire from entertaining people, and I didn't retire from making money.
Canelo Alvarez recently weighed in on the controversy surrounding Gervonta Davis's ninth-round knee during his fight against Lamont Roach Jr. Davis claimed grease from his hair treatment caused him to take a knee, but Canelo argued that such actions should have consequences. He stated that Davis should have lost the round 10-8 or even faced disqualification, particularly since his corner intervened with a towel. Canelo emphasized that his comments were based on boxing regulations rather than personal opinion.
My thing it wasn't that he's a big guy who could go to 140. It was that he's so talented and punch so hard that those skill sets can carry up with them in weight. That's what the great ones do. They have that ability. That's why I mentioned Floyd Mayweather wasn't 154, but his skill set was so good. The difference between Tank and Floyd is that Tank got the type of power. When you got power that carry up like Pacquiao, you can move up many weight divisions, not just, the two that he primarily fought in. We saw him dribbling Mario Barrios off the canvas. So we saw him do it at 140.
After the fight, Roach's team appealed the decision, but the New York State Athletic Commission upheld the draw. As a result of the controversy, Davis was removed from the Ring magazine's pound-for-pound rankings, with David Benavidez taking his place.
YouTube breaking news: Gervonta Davis is now calling out Floyd Money Mayweather for an absolute dream.
Critics argue that Davis intentionally took a knee in the ninth round against Roach to disrupt his opponent's rhythm and regain control of the fight. By voluntarily going down, Davis may have bought himself extra recovery time rather than risk being overwhelmed by Roach's aggressive attacks. Many fans and analysts see this as a veteran tactic used to break Roach's momentum.
Team fight, a real fight, not an expedition. Gervonta wants to take out the master. Student versus master. Gervonta versus Money and Floyd Mayweather. What do y'all think about this fight? And if it happens, who you got? Do you got Gervonta the student, or do you got Floyd Mayweather the teacher? What's up? I hope this fight happens, because I will watch this shit. And I will watch both records. Both people are undefeated. This will go down in history. What do y'all think? Throw a thumbs up, and if you know what, you know what's next. subscribe.
Davis explained that the incident stemmed from a hair treatment he had undergone 2 days before the fight. He claimed that grease from the treatment mixed with sweat, causing a burning sensation in his eyes. Addressing the post-fight crowd's reaction, Davis expressed frustration over the boos, emphasizing that his actions were a genuine response to the irritation and not a deliberate attempt to manipulate the fight.
First of all, Floyd don't never want to see no one like a fighter do better than them. How the say Terrence Crawford should fight? Benavidez. That don't make no fucking sense. He don't never want to see nobody be better than him. I'm telling you.
Who's next in line? This one, next in line.
Is there like a
The last question, guys.
is there like a love-hate for like
Yeah.
fighter?
Yeah, I love the fighter. Like, I ain't gonna lie, if he was like chill, like he'll be the smoothest. But he's not. You know what I mean? He's a great fighter. And my bad. And
you're good, man.
And he cause I don't want to say like he's just a scumbag, but it's like he's a great fighter, and sometimes he can be good, but it's like it's always I'm this.
Davis's explanation has received mixed reactions from fans and analysts. Some sympathize with his reasoning, while others argue that, regardless of the cause, the moment should have been ruled a knockdown.
You're backed by arguably one of the greatest of all time, right?
What are we rating ourselves on? What are we rating on?
Okay.
Well, we want to know, in the least amount of fights, you know, I didn't have to have 70 fights or 150 fights, 300 fights. Did I not beat the most world champions?
Yes, you did.
Okay. And in the least amount of fights,
Yes, you did.
who got the highest gate?
Floyd Mayweather.
Who made the most money?
You did.
Who was the most accurate fighter of all time?
You were.
So it's basically saying that,
The greatest of all time.
okay.
All right.
Veteran boxing commentator Jim Lampley expressed skepticism about Roach's chances in a rematch. Before their first fight, Lampley highlighted Davis's skill set, including his crafty boxing, southpaw stance, footwork, and killer instinct. He also emphasized Davis's shocking punching power, comparing his knockouts to those of a young Mike Tyson. While acknowledging Roach as a capable boxer, Lampley suggested that he would struggle against Davis's overall prowess.
Just a guy with a job. I have a job, though. So who would you fight next?
And guess what? Your job don't pay like my job.
Well, it depends.
Your job don't pay like my job.
That brings me to another point.
I can make $20 million in 18 months because I want to. Because I want to come back and steal some more money. I'm in a whole new era, dominating
That's right.
fighters.
And he's a whole new fighter, Floyd.
A whole new fighter.
Oh yeah.
And when I beat him, what they gonna say? Oh, well, we knew this was gonna happen. Floyd Mayweather was a bigger fighter, or he can outbox him, or this. It's always excuses.
Roberto Diaz, advisor to Lamont Roach Jr., acknowledged the formidable challenge that Davis presents, describing him as one of the world's top fighters. Diaz praised Davis's impressive record and knockout power, but also expressed confidence in Roach's ability to compete. He highlighted Roach's extensive amateur background and growth as a fighter, suggesting that Roach's familiarity with Davis could be a key factor in a rematch.
I remember first hearing an issue between Floyd and Gervonta before Gervonta fought Pedraza. And the issue I heard was that Floyd didn't want Gervonta to stay in Baltimore because he felt there was too many distractions for him in Baltimore, and he wanted to stay in Vegas. And the story I was told at that time was that Floyd gave Gervonta one of his penthouses or one of his apartments in the Palms Hotel, and he said, "This is your apartment. I'll furnish it for you." He got him a Jeep. At the time, Gervonta was not a world champion. He got him like a Jeep, a 4x4. You know, he basically said, "I'll make it comfortable for you. I don't want you to go to Baltimore. I want you to stay here. I don't think Baltimore is the place for you," you know? And what I was told was Gervonta sold all the furniture, sold the Jeep, and went back to Baltimore and bought a Benz. You know, with that's what I was told at the time. So
Kenny Ellis, a coach in Davis's camp, defended Roach as a worthy opponent, emphasizing his credentials as a 7-time national champion with a strong boxing pedigree. While some fans were critical of the matchup, Ellis warned against underestimating Roach. He pointed out that both fighters have evolved since their amateur days, suggesting that a rematch would showcase their progress and adaptability.
It just, once you get around someone, you be looking up to these people so bad, and like once you get around, they don't be who they say they is or who they portray to be. You be like, damn, it's damn near like it's a letdown. So you be more so hurt off, So it's like I just go my own way, like I do my own thing and things like that. So that's more so that's what it was, and that's cool. It's just like you just don't vibe with like what they on, and that's I mean, I've been in a situation where though, like I was in a lose situation. And I came out still on top
with Floyd. You said, what was the lose situation? What you mean?
Just a little situation that he put me in to, make me lose. But he thought I was gonna lose. But
you talking about like a boxing match or?
Yeah, a boxing match.
Ooh, if you don't mind. If you don't want to, it's fine.
Who? Joseph Pedraza, my first world title. I was 16-0. I was 16-0. 16-0. And I was 21 at the time. And I haven't fought in like 7 or 8 months.
The 9th round of their initial fight remains one of the most contentious moments of the bout. Davis took a knee, citing an eye irritation, but many believe it should have been ruled a knockdown. Referee Steve Willis allowed Davis to continue after issuing a warning, a decision that remains widely debated. Roach, convinced that he had done enough to win, immediately called for a rematch, while Davis admitted to an underwhelming performance and praised Roach's skill set.